welcome to another episode of Into the Pit. I have here Blake and Caleb from Crossroads Paranormal, and they're out of Terre Haute, Indiana. How are you fellas?
Oh, we're living the dream. What about you?
Yeah, the best you can do being locked down.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me a little bit about yourselves.
All right. So we started up in December 2019, and we're located in Terre Haute. We're all really relatively younger. So
Okay. And so were you born and raised there?
yes, sir. We were all born and raised in the area.
Okay. And so,
We have people in our group. We have people in our group from Sullivan, Indiana, Terre Haute.
well, awesome. How'd y'all get together?
Well, one day I decided we were like, "Do you want to go do paranormal stuff?" So we just decided we'd check it out, and we started a group of 3 people, and then it went bigger from there.
Dang. All right, so what's the first thing y'all ever got to investigate?
Well, we decided to investigate, first time ever, we decided to investigate Green Moss Church over in Marshall, Illinois, and we thought that was pretty great, and then it just got more active every time we went back.
Oh my goodness. So what happened?
Well, we were sitting there, and right before we decided to leave, we were like, all right, if you'd like us to leave, just do a loud knock or something that we know that you will leave. And next thing you know, it was just loud knock. And we were all like, it was our first investigation, so we kind of all freaked out a little bit. We weren't ready for it.
Not what you expected, was it?
Not what we expected on our first investigation.
So what got you interested in the paranormal in the first place?
Well, I personally was with another group for 7 years, and I just kind of ventured off, and I was like, it's time for me to start my own team. So I asked Carly and Caleb, the other co-founders, and we decided to make our own team.
Okay. So got an interest from watching television or just?
Oh yeah, my interest definitely started with Ghost Hunters on TV back in like 2004.
Yeah, I hear you. That was me too. But I mean, I loved it all my life. You know, we always told ghost stories and tried to scare the crap out of each other. You know,
Oh yeah.
me and my cousins, and I've always wanted to, is there really something out there? Is there
Yes.
really
Yes.
ghosts?
Exactly.
And here comes Ghost Hunters with all this cool stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, I want to do this one day.
Exactly.
So, I guess y'all not really doing much of anything with the lockdown going on, huh?
Well, we in Indiana we were allowed to have 10 people, but as long as you're 6 feet apart, we can still do investigations. So we've been going around doing a little small investigations, like at Edna Collins Bridge and Green Castle and Hell's Gates in Brazil, Indiana. So we've done a couple little things here and there.
Okay, so what's the ghost stories around those places?
Well, Edna Collins is a story about a little girl who would always swim down by the creek with her dog while her parents ran to town. And one day her parents came back and they couldn't find her or the dog. And then the mom always blamed the dad for not watching her, and she ended up dying. The Edna ended up dying, and the mom drove herself crazy to the point where she killed herself because she couldn't find her daughter.
Oh my goodness! And what was the other place you mentioned?
Hell's Gates. Just the story behind Hell's Gates is just it's one of the portals, and there was a train wreck there, to where people died, and the person you see there is supposedly the conductor that tried to save people.
Oh, okay. All right. So, and what else y'all got planned coming up?
Oh, I'll give the headset over to Caleb. He knows what's the future stuff we're doing.
All right, good. We can talk about you.
Hello.
Hey, how are you, Mr. Caleb?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, hanging in there, man. All right, so what you got coming up?
Coming up, we just recently bought a building for headquarters for our team. So right now we're focusing on getting everything done, electricity and stuff run to that. We also got a couple fundraisers coming up for the team. We're doing a candle fundraiser right now. The girls are going to start up a t-shirt business and kind of help us with expenses for electric bills, internet bills, and stuff like that. And investigation wise, here soon we're going to be going to Ashmore Estates in Illinois. Uh, that's pretty much all I think we got planned right now.
You can tell them about what we were thinking about with that old jail and the theater attached to it or whatever.
Oh, the Columbia City,
Yeah.
the Columbia City Jail. Kind of in contact with them, and they said they're not allowed to do any investigations because of this lockdown right now. So hopefully we get to go there pretty soon.
Oh, okay. And this other place you were talking about, can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Ashmore Estates, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Where? What did you say?
Ashmore Estates.
What, the story behind it?
Yeah.
Well, it was an insane asylum back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and supposedly there's a bunch of deaths. Like they were like deaths. They like mysteriously died, and it's an insane asylum. So all those deaths that mysteriously happen are still there, and like they said, what Ghost Adventures have been there, Ghost Hunters have been there. It's just I've been outside of it, and just the feeling outside you have is just crazy.
I think they might have said there was like a tuberculosis outbreak there.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
They used it as an emergency hospital for that tuberculosis outbreak.
Oh my goodness. So, you guys met any of like the Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventurers? Any of those folks?
Actually, my hometown, Maysville, Kentucky, they did an investigation of the Hayeswood Hospital, and I actually got to meet Zach Bagans, the Ghost Adventures lead investigator. So that was pretty cool.
So, what was he like?
He's pretty cool, I have to say. It's a different vibe. He's a pretty cool guy, though.
Yeah, back in like 2010, we were all at this big convention in Terre Haute, and I met Jason Hawes from Ghost Hunters. He's pretty
sweet.
cool, dude.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get him on my show so bad.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a chill guy to talk to.
The new guy, Brandon Alvis on Ghost Hunters, he's actually contacted us a couple times, gave us some tips for being a new group, kind of showing us the ropes a little bit, so I appreciate that from him.
Oh yeah, Brandon's good people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know he used to work for Buck Owens.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
One of my favorite country singers, and he got to work for him. Like, man, something in common.
Yeah,
other
that's
than ghost
awesome.
hunting. Yeah, he's been on the show. And I talk back and forth with him from time to time just to bug him, you know. But he's really good. Now, the closest to Jason, I've had Samantha Hawes on the show, and I actually got to meet her, and that was on my honeymoon of all things. So yeah, I have a great story about my honeymoon because we spent it at the Ohio State Reformatory with the guys from the old Ghost Hunters.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so what kind of plans do y'all have like that? Y'all getting married or anything anytime soon?
I'm actually currently engaged to
Oh.
Carly Thompson. She's a co-founder. We're getting married in October.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So what's the big
nice.
plans?
For the team or for the relationship?
For the marriage.
For the marriage? Well, hopefully she could put up with me.
So y'all gonna do an investigation or anything, or are you just gonna have a regular old wedding and honeymoon?
I haven't really thought that far into it. It'd be cool to do an investigation for our honeymoon, but I don't know if she'd be on board.
Oh, see, man, you gotta plan ahead. She's gonna be awfully disappointed.
Have it planned that way she can't say no and have it paid for.
That is true.
Well, hopefully all this lockdown stuff will be over and done with, so you can enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Yeah, Indiana's is actually ending on Friday. They're starting to open everything back up.
Yeah, that's what the Texas governor said. They're gonna open part of it. They're gonna have like theaters and restaurants and I think some of the shopping places, but they're only allowing like 25% capacity, and the people that run the places are like, okay, we're not going to really make any money because we can't afford to even have a staff. So who knows?
Yeah, that's,
Exactly, but also we're we're gonna try to looking in on like streaming sites like Crackle and Sling TV and stuff about trying to working on getting on a TV show on there. I mean, I have some calls and meetings to set up for, but we have that hopefully.
Ah, now see, that's a fun experience. Let me tell you, I've done a television pilot. It wasn't for the paranormal, but if I can give you any advice, make sure you turn off your mic before you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I appreciate that advice. That's good advice.
It's awfully weird when you have people following you around all day long with a camera, and they're hearing everything. So yeah.
yeah, that is great.
Yeah, that's what we hope for at least.
I think we also have a possible collab with the Haunted Side.
You know the Haunted Side, the YouTube channel?
No.
Well, the Haunted Side asked us if we'd like to have a collaboration with them. They're out of Nevada, and they're possibly going to be on Netflix at the end of the year. So we might end up on that one of the episodes on there. So that's hopeful.
Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be really nice. So, what would you do differently on your show compared to what other people are doing?
I think our biggest thing is we try to debunk everything we see first. That's always been a big thing of me. I try to debunk it first, and then if it's completely undebunkable, then we really take it seriously.
That and like I think we deserve to show everyone our emotions, because emotions are what get to people, and that's what sells. Because if you're honest with your emotions, then people will believe it from the beginning.
Yeah. So when you start your investigations, how do you start it off?
We have a
prayer circle. We ask that the Lord would set a hedge of protection around us, that we wouldn't have anything come home with us. And then after we do that, we usually kind of split up into teams, and we do different things in different areas.
Okay, so do you like do a base run like with your equipment, that kind of thing?
No, we don't really do that. We just kind of get ready and go. You know what I mean?
We just kind of go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a kid in a candy store. You're just ready to go after it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what kind of equipment do y'all use?
We actually just got an affiliation with Paranormal Electronics UK. So what we have right now is we only use like EVPs, EMFs, speaker boxes. But this new shipment of equipment that we got coming in, we got a handful of full spectrum cameras, night vision cameras, SLS Connect mapping camera. We got a Boo Bear. It's where like that reacts with children and stuff. So
yeah. Dang, I need to join your group. I don't have all them kind of
Come on
toys.
over, buddy.
I think we're also looking into a laser grid system as well.
Yes.
When we were doing our, well, let's put it this way, we had a laser pointer, that threw out the grid, or the laser pen that threw out the grid.
Right.
But it seemed like it was always dying, and just too quickly. And so what we did is, at Christmas time, they have those lights that shine up on your house and make it look like it's snowing, and you got different colored lights and all that kind of stuff. I got one of those, and that's what we use. Awesome.
That's pretty cool.
So just a thought. I mean, you're probably going to have more sophisticated stuff than we do, but I'm a ghost hunter on a very, very small budget.
Yeah.
That's how we started out.
Honestly, I'd like to thank our team members as well. They've helped out tremendously. I can't thank them enough, honestly.
Oh, that's cool.
Without them, we wouldn't be able to have the equipment we have now. So, without a doubt, we owe a lot to our team.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't be able to have the building without them.
Yeah.
So, how did y'all acquire a building?
Well, it's like one of those smaller barns, and we decided to we have a team dude that we decided as a group to do. That way, like we all pay $50 a month, and that goes to the rent for the building, and then anything miscellaneous that we need after that.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like a good deal. So is this just you just strictly going to rent it, or are you going to try to buy it, or how's that work?
It's a rent-to-own basis.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, cool. And so when y'all come up with this money, it's just from y'all going out and working, or y'all mainly do
Yeah,
fundraisers?
basically. We all have jobs outside of doing this, so we all just kind of pitch in and get things done.
Yeah. Well, it'd be nice if that was your full time job, though, right?
I would love to make it my full-time job one day.
Same.
It's the ultimate goal.
So does everybody have like a role in the group, or you just everybody does everything?
For the most part, everybody
Yeah.
has a role.
We have the lead investigators, the researchers, the tech people, and we go from there. And pretty much the tech people, they don't know a lot about the equipment, as long as we don't know, we also don't know a lot about the equipment, so we're learning by the fly.
Gotcha. So okay, who does what?
Me, Blake, and Carly, and Devin Rimmel are the lead investigators of the team.
And we do most of the question asking and stuff like that. And then from there, it goes to like the investigators, if they have a personal feeling or if they're feeling anything different, we go over there by them and we try to connect or talk to anything through that way.
Okay.
We have a handful of investigators. The paranormal investigators in the group are Zach Barr, Amanda Johnson, Braden Simmons, Christy Evanson, Robert James, Whitney Rimmel, Shaylee Green, and Mark Dickinson.
Okay.
So they all help out with the tech and researching. We all kind of just pitch in on that stuff.
Okay. And do you have anybody on the team that has abilities like mediums or anything like that?
I'm not sure. I don't think right. Do we have anybody that's a medium on our team?
Oh no, we have not done that, but we are looking for someone like that.
Yeah.
We have applications for that right now.
Oh, nice, nice. So when you come in and you talk to a client, I mean, I'm assuming you do homes as well, right?
We're wanting to try to start to get into homes. We haven't had any yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We haven't got to that point yet, but the reason why we got this barn is so we can actually bring people in and talk to them and see what they want and like see if they want them to leave or if they want it to stay or just if they want to see if it's a nice or a bad mood. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you definitely want to have a set of questions that you can ask them because sometimes you just got somebody that's had too much drugs during the 60s and 70s, and or you just have somebody that thinks that they're going to get on television, so that's the only reason they call you. You know, there's just all kinds of things to just make sure that you're actually going in to do an investigation.
Yeah, like just make sure if it even is paranormal, or
Right.
if they're just trying to see if we can get them on YouTube or TV, like you said. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times that we've had people get pissed off because we tell them, no, you're not going to be on television, or this is not on YouTube. We're just coming in and doing an investigation. But, they don't understand our main goal is to go in and just to help them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all we're about, trying to
It's
help
just
people figure out what
helping
they
them.
have going on.
Yeah.
Yes,
Actually,
no, go ahead.
I actually have a buddy I forgot in Jasonville, Indiana. His house was built in the 80s, and he's wanting me to do an investigation there, wanting the team to come out. So we haven't got any further details yet, but that is one that I know of.
Honestly, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And you definitely want some kind of a waiver when you go in these places because number one, you don't know what you're going to be up against if you're up against anything. And I don't know about y'all, but we tell the client straight up, we don't get rid of stuff. We're just here to make sure you're not crazy,
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's something that us co-founders are going to sit down and talk about together and get it, and maybe go to a lawyer and have it done. That way, it's really
Yeah,
official.
really official. That way we don't have to worry about it after, like a couple weeks after investigation in case they try to pin something and it's not us. You know what I mean? Just make
Yes.
sure we get like before and after pictures.
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes people even go as far as to get insurance before they go in these places because you never know. People are so happy nowadays.
Yeah,
Exactly.
anything they can do to get a dollar.
Yeah, exactly. And then plus, if they think that you're going to be famous, they're going to try to, skim
Exactly.
off of you.
Yeah,
So, how many people do you have in your group altogether?
it's 14 members
14?
altogether.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And
We keep growing. We keep getting applications to join us. So.
all right. So, how does it work with you having a group there and groups in other places?
Um, Basically, we all just meet up. We have people in Bloomington, Linton, Brazil, just a little bit everywhere in the surrounding area. So we choose weekends, and then we all meet up, and then we'll go to one place. And if it's too small of a place for everybody, we usually kind of split up, and we'll go to two different places.
To make sure we aren't too crowded for anything paranormal. That way,
Yeah.
it actually come through and do some stuff for us.
But like you say you have a team in Brazil. So how does that work out?
Oh, it's not that we have a team in Brazil. We have a couple members.
Oh,
Like, our
okay,
members
okay.
all don't live in Terre Haute. We're just based like that as a metropolitan area, and we all just meet at the headquarters here in Graysville, Indiana.
Okay, I got you. I got you. I'm misunderstood. I thought maybe you had, branches off in different places. But
Oh no, that's also a future goal of ours.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, I have a friend in the UK, and he's got different branches of his group that are, some of them are even in the United States. So
oh, that's cool.
I don't know how y'all can
That's
keep
pretty
up
cool.
with
That's pretty cool.
it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know how to keep up with all that.
Oh yeah,
it would be a lot to keep
that'd
up
be a
with.
lot of investigators and stuff to have on the team.
Yeah. So do y'all have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, we
Yes.
actually have a YouTube channel. We got a new YouTube channel. It's Crossroads Paranormal. We have a new logo, so it's the skull and crossbones.
Okay. And it's just called Crossroad Paranormal on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then what about the rest of your social media?
Oh, we have an Instagram. It's Crossroads Paranormal as well, and we got a pretty good following on there. And our Facebook is also Crossroads Paranormal, and we average about 100 new followers and likes a day on that Facebook page. So
Wow.
we're growing pretty fast.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all need to come help me out because.
All right, well, come on down. I don't mind coming to Texas.
Well, we're trying to make all of our shows on our network, grow, and I just don't know how y'all are able to get all the followers and likes and all that stuff.
When I first started, honestly, I didn't think that the community would be as accepting about it as they are. Most people think it's a really cool thing for the area.
Oh yeah. So how old are you guys, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 20. I'm 23, and
I'm
you're
20,
20.
and my fiance Carly, she's 19.
Dang, my kids are older than y'all. They make me feel like a really old man now. um, but anyway, is there anything that y'all would like to say to people that are just getting into it?
Is don't don't get discouraged if a different group comes at you, like they say territorial wise, but just keep grinding and keep doing in the hard work, and you'll get there. I promise you.
Like Blake said, starting out, we ran into some issues with some other people. I won't mention names. Um, the only advice I can give you guys is don't give up. People will try to tear you down and make you quit. Just keep on keeping on, basically.
One thing I can say about the generation now as to what it was when I was a kid this kind of subject was real taboo. You just, they thought you were a nut if you thought that you had ghosts. Nobody wanted to talk about it. I mean, you had people that believed, and there's been investigators since, gosh, the 1800s, as far as I know. But it's more accepting now than what it's been in the past. So that's been an advantage, I will say. And I was so happy when Ghost Hunters came on. It's like I'm not the only nut in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I also think this weekend we have an investigation coming up in Elizabethtown, Indiana. It's known as a ghost town. They have a graveyard from the 1800s there. There's said to be a lot of full apparitions and noises in the distance and stuff. So we're going to go check that out and make a episode out of that for our Facebook and YouTube page.
Yeah.
So y'all have any plans on coming to Texas?
I mean, if you want us to come to Texas,
yeah, that would be awesome.
We'll come on down.
Yep. All you got to do is say come.
Well, I'm just north of Austin, so little town
All
called
right,
Cedar
I'm
Park.
always down for a road trip, especially if it's for the paranormal.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Well, we got plenty of places for you to investigate around here, that's for sure. And a lot of Native American burial grounds and things like that, especially around here. So yeah. And then just message us if you have one set up a couple months ahead of time, and we'll try to get everything in all together and get ready to go down and maybe meet up with you down there. Well, that'd be awesome.
We can
do that. All right, well, fellas, I think that's the end of the show. I appreciate y'all being here.
I appreciate you for having us on.
Yep, thank you.
And keep in touch for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, we definitely will.
All right, well, you guys have a great evening, and hopefully this lockdown's over soon. So.
Yeah, same for you, buddy.
Same for you.
All right, guys.
All right,
y'all have a good one.
You too.
See you, buddy.
Thanks, everyone, for joining.
Poor boy.